Okay, I don't know what's playing. All right. Okay, hang on. I don't know what's playing. Somehow the podcast is playing. I'm waiting for YouTube to start here. Then I'll go off this page. There goes the notification. All right, hang on here. All right, we got that. Somehow the podcast is playing. I don't know where it's playing from. Hang on, I got to find out. There goes the notification. All right, hang on here. All right, we got that. All right, wow, that's crazy. Okay. The podcast is playing and I can't figure out where it was playing from, but I think I got it. I think I have it taken care of now. All right, there we go. I'm going to go to dashboard. Now I need to go to dashboard. Okay, here we go. All right. Now what I'm going to do is jump over to YouTube really quick. I'm going to do a search for Theology Central. All right. Now what I'm going to do is jump over to YouTube. I'm going to turn off the live chat. I'm going to come back over here. All right. I'm waiting. All right. Don't know why it says, okay. I don't know what's going on. I got lots of things going. It says international 2, but it only shows 1, so I don't know where the other number is coming from, but that's okay. Wherever you're listening from, thank you so very much. This is going to be very, 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 very quick. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this out so that I can get this done. All right. So I'm trying to do this in between of doing a lot of other things. I had no intention of doing this, but it kind of happened. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, we go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Looking at our world from a theological perspective. This is the Theology Central podcast, making theology central.
Good evening, everyone. It is Friday. Man, losing my voice. Good evening, everyone. It is Friday, December the 19th, 2025. It is currently 7:56 p.m. Central Time, and I'm coming to you live from the Theology Central studio, located right here in Abilene, Texas. Now, I've said a number of times that December is all about trying to clean everything up and finish some series. I'm trying to make sure we can have a fresh start in January of 2026, and that hasn't really gone perfectly, right? We haven't finished everything that we need to finish. There's still some things we need to do. But today, I have been trying to use some time to try to finish some things up, move some things over, clean some things up as far as behind the scenes, right? So I did a broadcast earlier I think it was afternoon, early evening, I don't remember exactly what time, telling you that we had reached 491 subscribers on YouTube and we're shooting for 500. So I did that. Gave kind of some background about how we ended up on YouTube. We talked about analytics and all the different places we broadcast on. And so we did that. That was just kind of a little behind the scenes, letting you know what was going on. Someone did subscribe, so we're up to 492. But then I knew, okay, there's a lot going on behind the scenes today, all right? So as many of you know, the Theology Central podcast has been a podcast of Victory Baptist Church forever. Even before it was called Theology Central, any broadcasting that I have done, any podcasting I've done, it has always been associated with Victory Baptist Church. And if you go to theologycentral.net and hit donate, or if you, on Sermon Audio, if you hit the Give tab, all of that money goes directly to Victory Baptist Church. Well, as of today, everything is changing, all right? What was supposed to happen is the church building for Victory Baptist Church was supposed to sell today. Now, it's been pushed till Tuesday, but if everything goes as planned on Tuesday, the church will be sold, and that kind of brings the end of Victory Baptist Church. So that means once the church ends, at least from all practical standpoint, the church bank account will still be there until we close it out and everything. But it would kind of feel weird to have donations coming into the church when the church building has actually been sold and that's kind of the end of the church, right? So I felt like, okay, I got to start working on changing things today. So as of right now, Friday, December the 19th, 2025, at 7:59 p.m. Central Time, I will go ahead and officially say the Theology Central podcast is an independent, listener-supported podcast, and contributions are not tax deductible, and they do not go to a church. They will be coming to a bank account set up for Theology Central for the podcast, all right? So if you go to theologycentral.net right now, in fact, I'm going to do so on my iPad. If you go to Theology Central, if I can spell right, theologycentral.net. Okay, I'm at theologycentral.net. I go over to the right. I hit the three lines, brings down the drop-down menu. I hit donate. I click on PayPal. And what it's going to say is donate to Theology Central one time, weekly, or monthly. Then you can add a certain amount to help cover any fees, and then you can donate. Now, nobody has donated yet, so I don't know if this is going to work, but it's at least set up. So if anybody out there wants to donate, $1, $5, $10, $20, something, and then I should get an email letting me know a donation has come in, and then what we will do is then we'll know for sure how it's going to work. Now, remember, it says donate because there's no other way to set it up, but it's not a donation as far as like going to a church. It's a donation to support the ongoing broadcasting of the Theology Central podcast, to cover the expenses of broadcasting, right? Sermon audio, it costs me $60 a month to be broadcasting and uploading everything on Sermon audio. Our podcast hosting site, Spreaker, that's over $20 a month to be able to do that. Our pod page, which is where people donate, that's $25 a month now, I think. So you just see, you start adding that up, we're around $100 a month. And that doesn't cover anything like, anything else I need to do, anything else. I mean, that's just basically paying the ability to broadcast. If I have to buy anything, upgrade a microphone, buy a pop filter, do anything with a computer, anything else, that's going to be coming out of my pocket. So any support is greatly appreciated. But I just wanted you to know, I told everyone that the second it changed, I would come on this microphone and let you know. And I had no intention of broadcasting right now. In fact, I was downstairs trying to watch some things, but as I was watching things, I was just working. And next thing I know, I'm like, uh-oh, I just hit the button. If someone goes donate right now, they're going to think it's going to the church. It's not actually going to the church. So then I would have to deny that donation, and that would look kind of suspicious to people. So I wanted to get up here as fast as possible and tell everyone no. If you go to theologycentral.net right now and you hit the donate tab, it's going to open up a page that says donate to Theology Central, not to Victory Baptist Church. Now, on Sermon Audio, I have not had a chance to change it yet. I will be trying to change that over the next hour or so. So if you want to give anything just to ensure that it's working, I know it's your money, but it would be a good test. If you donate right now, whatever, $1, $5, $10, $20, whatever, I'll be able to see if it's working. You'll be able to see if it's working on your end. And hopefully then everything will be okay and we can move forward. And hopefully everything is great. I hope it is. So I just wanted to be very upfront. I told everyone I would be. So let me just state it again. Theology Central is an independent, listener-supported podcast. Contributions are not tax deductible. They are not. They don't go to a church. They go to my account for Theology Central, and then that money will go to make the monthly payment to Sermon Audio. It will go to pay the monthly payment to Spreaker, the monthly payment to Podpage, and to anything else I need to keep the podcast going. The goal here is just to really cover the cost. I'm not looking here to try to make any large amounts of money, but that's the goal, all right? And so I just wanted everyone to know that. I wanted it to be very upfront, and I wanted full transparency. And anyone who has given, I greatly appreciate that. Any money that you have given before tonight at 7:50 something p.m., any money that came in before that has gone to Victory Baptist Church. Any money that's kind of for the podcast that I know that's money for the podcast at some point will be transferred over to the podcast account. That's the goal, and that's the way it should work. So I just want to make sure you know that every dime will go to the podcast. That's what it's there for. So again, if you go to theologycentral.net, hit the donate tab. It should look for many of you. You've gone there many times. That's how you donate. It should be fixed now. Now, if you have it where it's set up that it's a monthly donation, you may want to go ahead and stop that now, remove that, because that's going to be going to Victory Baptist Church, and that PayPal account is going to be deleted probably in the next 72. Well, I'll probably wait till Wednesday or Thursday to delete that. So if you have a monthly reoccurring donation going, you'll want to get rid of that because, that's going to go away. And then you can set it up under the new pod page or the new PayPal account on our pod page, which is theologycentral.net. I hope that makes sense. And if you have any questions or problems, you can email me at news. That's the word news. The letter I is in India, F is in Frank, newsif@yahoo.com. That's newsif@yahoo.com. I probably need to create a Theology Central web address or email address. I probably will do that. I'll try to set that up as well so that we just want to make everything work as well as possible and as smoothly as possible for everyone. All right. But for now, newsif@yahoo.com. That's the way to contact me. And we're going to make sure everything is clear and fair. And the goal is just to be able to cover the cost. That's the goal. Look, I understand. Look, I can sit here. If I start trying to find a way to make some money off of it, to pay for my time and my effort, if I try that, then it just turns into a never-ending hustle. It's like a side hustle, and I got to keep working and working. Oh, I need to make this much money. No, I need to try to cover the cost is what I need to do. And if I bring in any extra, you'll be the one to know, okay? All right? If we start receiving enough monthly donations that everything is covered and now it's going above and beyond, I'll turn on the microphone and go, hey, guys, this many people give every single month. They cover everything. All right? If you give above and beyond that, you're welcome to, but that's just going above and beyond. And I will try my very best to let you know that, all right? Again, we need a little over, probably about 120 per month to be able to cover everything. About 120. I think about 120 to be safe, to make sure. Because, you got additional taxes or fees or anything. So, there's no tax exempt status. This is nothing like that. This is just a podcast with a sinner who has a microphone, who turns it on a lot of hours a day talking about everything related to theology. I will keep doing that. And then what we will see is, do we survive 2026? And what do I mean by that? Well, now it's fully listener supported. So basically, you don't support it, it goes away. Or I'm going to be sitting here working hour after hour, and I'll be paying to broadcast. And I don't know if I'm going to do that, all right? I don't know. I don't know if I would be willing to pay $100 a month to try to broadcast to keep everyone happy. I think at some point, the listeners who want the broadcast, they will support it. And if they don't, then that tells me the listeners don't want it. And so then it'll just go away. And I'm not going to do any big, if you don't support today, the podcast will be gone tomorrow. I'm going to be very much I will mention donating at times, But once I realize there's not enough coming in, I'm not going to come beg. You're just going to open up whichever app and one day and it's all going to be deleted. It's all going to be gone. No goodbye, no explanation, because I'm not going to turn it into begging and pleading, trying to, no, it's either people will support it or they won't. So Theology Central, as of just a few minutes ago, is now an independent listener-supported podcast. No church supporting it anymore. Nothing at all. And contributions are not tax deductible. I want to stress that. You're not giving to a church. You're giving to a podcast. All right? I wanted to be fair. I told everyone I would do this, right? And look, trust me, I'm trying to watch the Jake Paul fight. I'm down there doing that. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, I got to go do this now. Because if someone was to donate, the money's going to the church. Okay. And, or no, the money's coming to the Theology Central. That won't even catch on to what's happening. It's no longer going to the church. It's coming here. So, all right. And we'll get it changed. When I get it changed on sermon audio, I will do another update and let you know. All right. I know these are a little annoying, but hey, I just want it upload. Look, if it's uploaded and posted, anybody can listen to it. And it just saves time from having to answer questions. And nobody can say that I did not announce it to everyone. All right. Theology Central is now an independent, listener-supported podcast. You don't support it, it's deleted. That's simple. Any money you give is not tax deductible. Any money you give no longer goes to Victory Baptist Church. All right? I think that's fair. I think that's transparent. And I told you I would tell you, and I interrupted what I was trying to do to come up here and tell you because I didn't want there to be 1 minute of time where, oh, wait, he didn't tell us. He said he was going to tell us. I wanted it to be very fair. All right? Thank you so very much. I'm going to go back downstairs and watch the Jake Paul fight. All right? Thanks. Everyone have a great evening. And thanks for all those who have supported over the years. Thank you so very much. I hope to see you still supporting moving forward. And if anybody would like to give a donation tonight just to see if everything is working correctly, I would greatly appreciate it. TheologyCentral.net. Donate. You should see Theology Central, not Victory Baptist Church. And hopefully it works. Because if it doesn't, I got to figure out what I did wrong. All right. Thanks for listening. God bless.